Everything Jackie thought she knew about life changed in a single night. One tragic moment tore her away from the world she once belonged to, and now she finds herself standing at the edge of a new beginning she never asked for. A quiet town. In Colorado, family bigger and louder than anything she's ever known, and two brothers whose love and rivalry will test every piece of her heart. This is not just a story about fitting in. It's a story about finding out who you really are when everything else has been stripped away. Asterisk, the story begins with silence. Jackie Howard, once the girl who had everything, a dream home, a loving family, a future already planned, finds herself staring at a world that doesn't feel like hers anymore. The echoes of her past still follow her, the sound of laughter in the hallways, the warmth of her parents' voices, the comfort of knowing where she belonged. All of it, gone in an instant. And so, she is sent to Colorado to live with the Walter family, a place filled with new faces, new rules, a new rhythm of life that she has no choice but to learn. The Walter house is not quiet. It's alive with chaos, with laughter, with doors slamming and voices overlapping. It is a world Jackie is not ready for, and yet it swallows her whole. 13 people under one roof, brothers who argue, wrestle, and compete with every breath. A family so different from the one she lost that she can't decide if it's comforting or overwhelming. At first, Jackie feels like a stranger walking through someone else's story. But soon, the story starts to pull her in. In the middle of this whirlwind are two brothers who see Jackie differently. The steady one, careful, with a heart that wants to protect her from the storm, and Cole, the reckless one, charming, unpredictable, and burning with a fire that Jackie can't ignore. They are opposites, but together they shape Jackie's new life in ways she doesn't expect. One represents safety, the promise of calm. The other is danger, a risk that could either break her or make her feel alive again. And caught between them, Jackie must figure out what she truly wants. But this isn't just a love story. The Walter family holds secrets of its own. Behind the noise and laughter are cracks that run deep, brothers, carrying their own battles, family trying to hold together through hardship and change. Jackie is not just an outsider watching anymore. She becomes a part of their world, whether she likes it or not. With every dinner table argument, every whispered secret, every shared glance in the hallways, Jackie is drawn deeper into a life she never imagined. Season 2 is not about finding comfort. It's about facing the truth. Jackie will have to face questions she has avoided. Who is she without the life she lost? Can she truly love again without breaking apart? When choices must be made between Alex and Cole, between past and future, between fear and courage, what kind of person will she choose to be? The small town of Silver Falls becomes the backdrop for Jackie's journey, a place where everyone knows everyone, where secrets spread faster than fire, and where every decision seems to leave a mark. From high school hallways filled with stares and whispers to late-night parties where temptation waits, Jackie must navigate a world that feels both exciting and terrifying. Each step forward feels like walking a tightrope between two versions of herself, the girl who lost everything, and the girl who is trying to build something new. But what happens when the past refuses to let go? When memories are too heavy and emotions too sharp to ignore? Jackie will discover that love is never simple, that family can be both healing and heartbreaking, and that the path to growing up is never straight. With Alex's steady love on one side and Cole's fiery passion on the other, the choice she makes will not only change her life, it will change the Walters forever. And so, the stage is set. Jackie's heart is torn. The Walters' world is messy, and the story that began with loss is about to explode with love, conflict, and the search for a place called home. Asterisk, the Walter house is never still. Days bleed into nights with the kind of energy that never slows down. For Jackie, every moment is a test. She tries to carve out her own place in a world that is already so full, but the walls keep shifting around her. One minute she feels like part of the family, the next she feels like she's on the outside looking in. And in that uncertainty, two brothers pull her in different directions, offering her something she desperately needs and something she deeply fears. Alex is steady, like the calm before a storm. With him, Jackie feels safe, like she has found an anchor in the chaos. He listens, he understands, and he never pushes her further than she's ready to go. His love is gentle, and it reminds Jackie of everything she lost: stability, kindness, the promise of a future that doesn't hurt. But sometimes, safety feels too much like standing still. It's too much like hiding from the fire still burning inside her. Then there is Cole, the boy who can't sit still, who burns brighter than anyone else in the room. He carries his pain like armor, covering it with charm, with laughter, with that reckless smile that makes Jackie's heart skip, whether she wants it to or not. Cole doesn't ask Jackie to play it safe. He dares her to live again. With him, every choice feels dangerous, but every breath feels alive. And yet the closer she gets, the more she realizes that his fire could consume them both. But this story isn't just about love. Around Jackie, the Walters are fighting their own battles. A family this big means a house filled with unspoken truths. Brothers hiding scars no one else can see. Parents trying to hold the weight of too many dreams. The pressure of keeping everyone together presses down harder each day, and Jackie begins to realize that love and loyalty come with costs she never expected. She is not the only one at a crossroads. This family is. To Dot School becomes another battlefield. In the hallways of Silver Falls High, whispers follow Jackie everywhere. Some see her as the girl who doesn't belong, others as the girl caught between two brothers. The love triangle isn't just private, it's public. Every choice she makes, every look she shares, is watched and judged. And that spotlight begins to burn. Friendships strain, trust breaks, and Jackie's presence in the Walter house becomes the spark that could either bring them closer or tear them apart. Still, in the quiet moments, Jackie finds pieces of herself again.
Long talks under
The Colorado stars. The rush of running across open fields with nothing but laughter in the air. The fragile bond of family dinners where chaos somehow feels like comfort. These moments remind her that life doesn't stop after tragedy, it shifts, it reshapes, and it demands courage. But courage is never easy, and Jackie must decide if she's ready to face it. Season 2 pushes Jackie further than she's ever gone before. Every secret revealed, every choice made, carries a weight that could change everything. Between Alex's promise of safety and Cole's pull of passion, Jackie finds herself walking a line so thin it could break beneath her feet. And with the Walters world beginning to crack under its own secrets, one truth becomes clear. The hardest choices are never just about love. They're about who you choose to be when everything around you is falling apart, because in this house, nothing stays hidden forever. Asterisk beneath the laughter. Beneath the noise of the Walter house, there are cracks that no one wants to see. Jackie begins to understand that love is not always about choice, it is about consequence. Every look she gives Alex, every moment she spends with Cole, builds a weight that grows heavier by the day. Her heart is torn in two directions, but no matter which path she takes, someone will be left behind. And Jackie has already lost too much to ignore the cost of another heartbreak. There are nights when she lies awake, staring at the ceiling, replaying memories of her old life. It's the sound of her parents' voices, the comfort of her sister's presence, ghosts that never leave. And in the silence, she asks herself the questions she's too afraid to speak out loud. Am I allowed to love again? Am I betraying the past by choosing the future? Or am I betraying myself by holding on to what's gone? These questions don't leave her, they haunt her in every moment of stillness, every whisper of doubt. And yet the Walters have become more than just a family she lives with. They have become a mirror, reflecting both her strength and her fears. Around their dinner table, Jackie sees chaos and love entwined in ways she never knew were possible. In their arguments, she sees honesty. In their laughter, she sees healing. And in their quiet acts of loyalty, she sees what family means when it is stretched to its breaking point but never lets go. For the first time since her world shattered, Jackie feels like she belongs somewhere, But belonging doesn't come without pain, because the Walters carry their own shadows. A family this large cannot hide every secret, and Jackie begins to realize that the chaos around her is not just noise, it's a shield. It's a shield for wounds that have never healed, for dreams that have been sacrificed, for choices that cannot be undone. She watches as the brothers push against each other, fighting not just for her, but for their own place in a world that feels too small for all their voices. And the more she cares, the more she feels their pain as her own. Alex's love feels like a promise, a safe place where she can rest, where she doesn't have to be strong every moment of the day. Looks at her with a quiet certainty that tells her she is not broken, that she is worthy of being loved again. But Cole's love is something else entirely. It is wild and uncontrollable, like the rush of a storm you cannot stop. He forces her to face the parts of herself she has buried, the need to feel alive, the fear of being forgotten, the longing to burn brighter than her grief. Both loves are real, both are dangerous, and both demand that she choose who she is willing to be. The pressure builds, not just inside Jackie's heart, but in every corner of the Walter house. Fights erupt, loyalties are tested, and trust begins to fracture. The family that once felt unshakable starts to tremble under the weight of unspoken truths. Jackie sees it all the way. Silence can hurt more than words, the way love can both heal and destroy. And as she stands in the middle of it, she realizes that her choices are no longer just about her. They are about the Walters too. Her decision will ripple through the lives of everyone under that roof. But even in the darkest moments, there is light. Jackie learns that love is not about erasing pain, but carrying it. That family is not about being perfect, but about holding on when everything else is breaking. And that sometimes the hardest part of growing up is not choosing between two people, is choosing to face yourself, to accept your scars, and to keep moving forward even when the path is blurred. Season 2 is not just about who Jackie loves. It is about who Jackie becomes, in the tears, in the laughter, in the choices that break her heart. She discovers a truth stronger than grief. You cannot control the storm, but you can choose who stands beside you in it. And when the storm comes, Jackie will have to decide. Asterisk, the pace quickens. The silence of heartbreak is replaced by the thunder of choices colliding. Jackie runs through hallways, voices echoing behind her. A hand reaches out in the dark. Alex's steady grasp. Another pulls her toward the unknown Cole's fiery demand. Every frame flashes like lightning, each moment sharper than the last. Now the love triangle is no longer quiet glances and stolen smiles. It is shouting, tears, and the kind of choices that leave scars. Laughter turns into arguments. Family dinners explode into chaos. Secrets unravel like threads pulled too tight. A brother slamming a door. A kiss stolen under the stars. A betrayal whispered in the dark. And Jackie, caught in the middle, realizing that no matter what path she takes, there is no way back to the girl she used to be. The Walters world is spinning faster, louder, and nothing feels safe anymore. Colorado's wide skies become the stage for her inner storm. A football game where tensions spill beyond the field. A high school party where eyes watch every move she makes. A late-night drive that could change everything. These moments collide in a rush of adrenaline, love, and heartbreak, each scene pushing Jackie closer to the edge of a decision she cannot avoid. The choice is no longer about Alex or Cole, it is about survival, identity, and whether Jackie has the strength to claim her future instead of being trapped by her past. And then the music drops. Silence cuts through the chaos. Jackie stands, alone in the middle of the Walters house, her breath heavy, her eyes filled with both fear and fire. Around her, fragments of family and love hang like shattered glass, sharp and unsteady. She whispers the truth not just to the brothers, but to herself. I can't be who I was. I can only be who I'm becoming. Montage erupts again. Alex calling her name, Cole walking away into the night, the Walters breaking apart and pulling back together, Jackie's tears falling as she finally makes her choice. Every heartbeat is faster, every image brighter, till the screen explodes in black dot, and then one last line, steady and unforgettable. This season, love is louder, secrets are heavier, choices will change everything. The title crashes. Onto the screen in bold letters, My Life with the Walter Boys. Season 2, and finally. The last strike sharp, confident, and final, only on Netflix.